It's a common misconception that money changes your life. The truth is, it's the other way around. Your life reshapes your relationship with money. Think about it. You were born prosperous, inherently wealthy in potential, even if you're currently struggling financially. Sounds paradoxical? Exactly. That's where the real personal growth begins. For years, I blamed external factors. The political system, the economy, a dead-end job, a paltry paycheck. The real obstacle, I eventually realized, was internal. It was insidious, silent yet utterly dominant. A negative self-program constantly whispered, "You can't. This isn't for you." And worse, I believed it. Does that resonate? Ever feel like you started behind? That money slipped through your fingers no matter how hard you tried? Ever question why your progress, despite your dedication, felt minimal, non-existent? I know that feeling intimately. I was drowning in debt, owing more than I could ever repay, not through dishonesty, but simply through insufficient income. The shame, the powerlessness was crushing. Bills piled up, opportunities felt perpetually out of reach. A spectator sport I could never join, and yet radical life change, unthinkable. I didn't even know it was possible. Then someone handed me a book. "Follow these instructions precisely," he said, "and you can achieve any goal." It sounded ludicrous, so far removed from my reality. But I saw the unshakable belief in his eyes. Maybe, just maybe, that spark ignited something within me. His first task was deceptively simple. Choose a target income, write it on a card, and read it daily. My number? $25,000. Seems paltry now, but then unfathomable. I didn't know anyone with that kind of money. Even pooling the resources of all my friends wouldn't have come close, yet I wrote it down. Initially, I recited the card without conviction, a half-hearted game. But I persevered. Subtly, imperceptibly, things started to shift. My mind, previously fixated on debt avoidance, on mere survival, began focusing on generating income. It was revolutionary. How much time do you spend dwelling on lack, on impending bills? How much focused, intentional time do you dedicate to earning more? Most people live in a state of financial fear, job insecurity, looming deadlines, the crippling fear of daring to dream big and failing. But fear doesn't solve financial problems. It breeds more fear. Once I changed my thinking, opportunities materialized. Someone mentioned good money in commercial floor cleaning. Pride swallowed. I took the job. It started with a measly $15 a month, then another contract, $65. Soon, I was earning $95 extra a month, on top of my $400 firefighter's salary, a 20% income boost, simply by shifting my focus. That was just the beginning. Within a year, I was earning $12,500 monthly, over $170,000 annually. Me, a high school dropout, believing money was for other people, experiencing a seemingly impossible breakthrough. All from a simple card. Many dismiss this as a gimmick, but have you genuinely tried? Given your dreams a fighting chance, or sabotaged yourself before even starting? Statistics reveal that over 80% lack clear financial goals. Those who do often abandon them within 30 days. Your mind, in essence, isn't trained for prosperity. It's trained for survival, but you can reprogram it. You can decide right now to stop thinking like a victim, to refuse to be defined by bank statements and debt-ridden anxieties. Start small. Choose an amount. Write it down. Visualize it. Read it. Feel it. Your subconscious can't distinguish fantasy from reality. It only responds to repeated emotional conviction. Repeat it, even if it feels silly. You're planting a seed, and that seed, it might just blossom into financial freedom. For years, debt was my constant companion. It haunted my waking hours, shadowed my footsteps, and plagued my sleep. Worse, I was focused solely on lack, on extinguishing fires instead of building. Are you doing the same? You think you're thinking about money, but you're thinking about not having it. You're feeding the fear, trapped in a vibration that attracts only scarcity. Notice the self-limiting beliefs. Money doesn't grow on trees. I can't afford anything on this salary. I'll save when I have more. These all assume scarcity. Ask yourself, how often do you creatively brainstorm income generation? How often do you actively envision abundance, prosperity, financial peace? Most people never do. They merely survive. My breakthrough didn't come from a job change. It came from a mindset shift. While I focused on debt, I attracted more. When I shifted to earning, to possibilities, to solutions, my mind began revealing paths. Remember that floor cleaning job? I never would have considered it before. But this time I didn't dismiss it. I saw it as a step. $15, then $65.95. Soon, I surpassed my firefighter salary. Why? Because I stopped focusing on lack and embraced action. Your mind only sees what it's tuned into, like a radio station, tuned to fear and scarcity, and you hear only noise reinforcing that. Switch to prosperity, and you see opportunities where once you saw obstacles. A mentor once told me, your current results mirror your consistent focus. Your bank balance reflects your dominant thoughts. Want change? Change your focus. For 7 days, dedicate 5 minutes daily to brainstorming ways to leverage your existing skills to increase income. No miracles needed. Use what you have. Good cook. Cater to your neighborhood. A skill? Teach it online. Good communicator? Sell. Abundance is closer than you think, but you only see it when you're looking in the right direction. Stanford research shows that selective attention influences over 80% of our perception. What you seek, you find. Seek problems, you'll find them. Start your day saying, today I'll find an idea to earn more. And your mind starts working toward that. I had no degree, no connections, but I had a decision to stop letting circumstances control me. I'd proactively address challenges instead of reactively drowning in them. That anticipation, that new thinking, freed me from debt and led to hundreds of thousands of dollars in months. You don't need to change the world tomorrow, but you can change your focus today. Start with, what can I do now to generate value and get paid for it? That sincere daily question can unlock entirely new paths. You probably grew up believing $1 million was unobtainable, a privilege of the lucky or wealthy. It feels galaxies away, but $1 million isn't that much money. Your belief makes it so. I had to reprogram my thinking. While you see it as impossible, unattainable, it remains just that. Your mind won't even try because you've already commanded, it's not for me. Let's do an exercise. Imagine earning $20,000 a week. That's $1 million a year. $40,000 a week for 25 weeks, $1 million. $60,000 a week for 16 weeks, another $1 million. The math reveals it's not impossible. What's missing is your perception of money as commonplace. I was on a 25-hour flight to Kuala Lumpur. Notebook, pen, calculator in hand, I spent the flight playing with numbers. 20,000, 10,000 a week, multiple income streams. I wasn't just calculating, I was reshaping my perception. Your mind needs repetition to accept new ideas. Visualize it daily, divide it, multiply it, brainstorm paths until your subconscious stops resisting and starts cooperating. Once that happened, my thinking shifted. $1 million stopped feeling distant. It became routine. I started thinking like someone who earns that much. Nobody who earns millions relies on a single source. They diversify. They think in terms of assets, channels, knowledge, and multiplying ideas. That's when I called my friend Mark Victor Hansen. Chicken soup for the soul. I was so excited I barely let him sleep, pitching $1 million forum seminar teaching multiple income streams. He loved it. We assembled an all-star team: Jack Canfield, Bernie Dorman, Lee Poulos, a week-long event in the finest Ritz-Carltons. Million-dollar ideas emerged, literally changing lives. Chicken Soup for the Soul itself blossomed from that environment, selling millions of copies. It all started by ceasing to view $1 million as unfathomably huge. You need to do the same. While you see it as gigantic, you act small. You're not small. You've been trained to think small. Grab a calculator. How many $100 products equal $1 million? 10,000. $110,000 products, $1,000 services. Your mind opens when you permit visualization. Then it works for you. This visualization, combined with numerical repetition, is like magic, neurological magic. Neuroscience shows that the brain strengthens synaptic connections based on repeated focus. Play with numbers daily, and your mind builds pathways to make them real, too good to be true. How often have you genuinely tried disciplined visualization and action toward a concrete number? Few do. Those who do succeed. Stop viewing $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 as insurmountable sums. They seem big because you're looking up. Change the angle, look down, and see. No amount is too big for a focused mind. Make the numbers small. Money becomes possible. When it's possible, you act. When you act, you transform. And transformation is irreversible. My life changed when I realized the problem wasn't intelligence, education, or background. It was the invisible program running since childhood. The same silent conditioning controlling billions, likely you. Most lives they didn't consciously choose. They repeat inherited patterns, limiting beliefs about money, success, relationships, purpose, all instilled before they had any power to choose. That feeling of striving, changing, reading books, watching videos, yet remaining stuck. Your conscious mind doesn't control your results. You can know everything, read every prosperity book, take every finance course, and still feel trapped. It's not what you know, but what you subconsciously believe that's in command. And those beliefs aren't yours, they were installed. Since infancy, your subconscious mind has been shaped. Your parents' views on money, your home environment, school, the streets, all entered unfiltered into your life's command center. This created a paradigm, invisible software dictating your behavior, feelings, and income. Ever heard, money doesn't buy happiness, or better poor and honest? Judgments about wealth, these ideas embed themselves, becoming subconscious truths. So when you aim higher, something inside sabotages you. This is what must change. I spent 9 years understanding my transformation. How did a debt-ridden, formerly uneducated person become a globe-trotting millionaire? I changed my paradigm. Unknowingly, I'd been doing exactly what needed to be done. Repeating, visualizing, believing, reprogramming my mind. You can too. This requires brutal honesty. Ask, what beliefs do I hold about money? Whose are they? Are they serving or limiting me? Then begin replacing them through conscious repetition and emotional visualization. Use your higher mental faculties, imagination, will, perception, reason. These tools are within you but rarely taught. Use them intentionally, creating new, supportive programming. One destructive paradigm is scarcity. Not enough for everyone. If you gain, someone loses. But the world is awash in money. Billions move daily. Why aren't you receiving your share? Because your subconscious believes it's not for you. Repeat. With feeling and conviction, I am an excellent receiver of money. I deserve prosperity. Abundance is available to me. Your system will initially reject it, but persistence will root the new thought, revealing opportunities always present but previously ignored. This is behavioral science. Neuroscience proves brain plasticity. It can be rewired, but it needs consistency, repetition. Let's be real. Money's a tricky beast. It's not just about the grind, it's about understanding its fluid, ever-present nature. Maybe you're thinking, my family's never had money, so it's just not in my cards. But hold on. Your past isn't your future. Your current reality isn't a life sentence. It's all about what you believe to be true. You are not defined by what others have told you, but by what you repeatedly choose to believe. You have the power, starting today, to break free from those invisible chains holding you back. Because the truth is, it's never been about the money itself, but about your perceived worthiness. And you deserve more. That much is undeniable. The choice is yours. Ever notice how we humans can be our own worst enemies? We dream of a better life, we crave freedom and abundance, yet we often self-sabotage. We want more, but we find justifications for staying put. It's not malice or laziness, it's a comfort zone, a painfully familiar scarcity sanctuary. I've been there. Failure became part of my identity. Financial struggle felt ingrained. I believed it even if I didn't say it aloud. The weirdest thing, when success even hinted at showing up, I'd actively undermine it. It's surprisingly common. Many fear success not because they don't want it, but because they haven't learned how to navigate a world beyond chaos. Our subconscious equates repetition with safety. If you grew up surrounded by stories of scarcity and the perils of progress, even if you want to change, something deep down holds you back. It's automatic, invisible, insidious. Sound familiar? A bad but comfortable relationship? A soul-crushing but secure job? Substitute relationship and job with money, prosperity, freedom. Same mechanism. The solution? A conscious emotional reboot. Cultivate a new relationship with success. Embrace prosperity. Feel comfortable in abundance, not just in the familiar turmoil. In London, earning a good salary, I was living unconsciously, spending recklessly, gambling excessively. One night, stumbling out of a club, it hit me. That wasn't responsible living, that was self-destruction. I wasn't at peace. I was trying to prove something, to compensate for the past. That's when I realized wealth isn't just about earning. It's about sustaining the energy of success without imploding. Get it? Transforming your financial life demands more than just working harder, earning more, or saving more. You need to feel deserving, to build an emotional foundation where success feels light, free from self-sabotage. It's possible, but it requires self-awareness, observing those moments of success when fear, guilt, or anger creep in. Those emotions reveal the lingering power of the old paradigm. Science shows our bodies respond more easily to familiar emotions, even if they're negative. Hence, the repetitive cycles. Discomfort becomes familiar. But you can rewrite that story. Start now. Visualize your abundant self. Observe your movements, your speech, your feelings. Ask yourself, can I sustain this identity without fear? Do I feel comfortable? If the answer's no, great. You know what to work on. Each day you expose yourself to this new image. Each expression of gratitude for progress. Each choice made from a place of confidence. You're rewiring your emotional architecture, breaking patterns, telling yourself, I can thrive, and I'm at peace with it. When that feeling becomes second nature, money not only arrives but stays. It's finally found a home. It's simple but powerful. It's not the money that changes your life, it's your mind. By shifting your perception, feelings, and reactions to success, failure, and abundance, the world around you reorganizes itself. It's not coincidence, it's consequence. Ready to move forward? The next video will deepen this understanding, making you just a little bit better. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.